What's up guys, I'm Tony Wodarck. I'm a wedding photographer out of Southern California, and today I'm going to talk to you about the Canon AE-1. Okay, so this camera got me into photography. My dad let me borrow this my senior year of high school. I learned how to shoot film on this camera, and I also learned all the photography basics with this camera. So it's an amazing beginner camera, super popular. You can find these for about $100 to $200 online. I'll link those below. If you're lucky and you go to a thrift store, you can probably find one for $50 or $25. So happy hunting. I would definitely recommend getting your hands on one. Okay, let's get into the basics of this camera. So it's an SLR, meaning you look through the viewfinder and you're actually going through a mirror system and seeing through the lens. And so what you're focusing with the lens is what you are gonna take the photo of. As you press the shutter, it opens up the mirror, exposes the film, and that's your photo. So it takes 35mm film. You just lift this guy right here, open that up, drop a roll in here, and yeah, super simple. I made an entire video on how to shoot film using this camera. I'll link that above, so check that out. I would highly recommend checking out that video if you're new to photography and just want to learn about film in general. I walk you through step by step the entire process. Go ahead and like this video too, and drop a comment if you have any questions about this camera or that video. So yeah, appreciate it. Okay, other things that are great with this camera, you've got a built-in light meter, and so you choose your ISO right up here. So whatever film you're using, if you're using Portrait 400, you can change your ISO to 400 if you want to shoot box speed. And then as you look through the viewfinder, there's a light meter built in, and it will basically tell you the aperture that you have to shoot. So if you change your shutter dial, it will change that aperture reading. If you change your aperture, you can see if you're shooting properly using that light meter inside. Super simple to use and really helpful. I'd say the drawback to this camera is it needs a battery for it to work. And then also the battery case itself, mine's broken. I repaired it and then it's broken again. And so that's why I have tape over mine right there. But yeah, it's a great camera, really well built. It's been used for over 40 years. I've never CLA'd it, so I probably should, but it's just still running perfectly. I don't even have the camera squeak. So mine's firing and sounds great. Some when you go to test it, if you go to buy it, it has a little bit of a squeak to it. I don't think it really hinders performance, but it probably just needs a little bit of grease or oil in there. So I don't know anything about CLAing, so don't listen to me. Other things, you just saw me wind it, press a shutter dial. This little thing clicks over and locks. There's also, if you push it forward, there's a shutter 10-second timer. So I push that, you see a blinking light, and I think it's 10 seconds. We'll find out. Longest 10 seconds of our life. Perfect. And then this is the 50-1.8. This is the kit lens. Just beautiful and just kind of a great focal length. I love 50. It's kind of my favorite focal length. Goes to 1.8, which is pretty sharp in the center at 1.8, all the way to f/22. And you just basically rotate that, and that changes your f-stop. And then it's manual focus with a split center prism, which basically you take that center prism and line up two lines to make sure that you have something in focus. Really easy. Once you're done shooting your roll, you press this little rewind button on the bottom, click that, pop this guy out on top, this right here, and then you just wind. And you wind and you wind and you wind until it clicks through and stops, and then you open it up, you take out your roll, and you're done. That's pretty much it. That's like the basics of this camera. There's not many more features than that, but that's why it lasts so long. It's really well built. I would highly recommend, if you're new to photography and want to actually learn about aperture and shutter speed and ISO, get one of these and really take notes and learn about it. There's other features on this, like aperture priority. If you get a program one, there's different settings like aperture priority that you can use. This is just stripped down. It goes to 1/1000th of a second. You got a 50-1.8. You put whatever 35mm film in here, And yeah, you can start learning. And then I would recommend taking notes as you shoot to learn what you did right and what you did wrong. So that is the Canon AE-1. Hope you enjoy it. Drop any questions below. Thanks.